We just got not one, but two major pieces of news for the next Sonic movie, and we're going to talk about them today. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with too many YouTube channels. Guys, I'm personally really invested in this because I loved both Sonic movies. I had a couple of problems with investing a little bit too much on the human side of the story, but it's the same issue that I have with Transformers movies and all of that. But regardless, that is literally the only problem I've ever had with the Sonic movies. Other than that, they have been done so well so far. Shadow's one of my favorite characters of all time, and I cannot wait to watch this for that reason. The other two have been done very well done, like when it comes to bringing justice to Sonic fans, and I cannot wait because they're really building up this third movie. So there are two pieces of news I want to bring to you about this movie right now, and spoilers are ahead, by the way. You have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's talk about it. This discussing film tweet over here. Sonic 3 will put a lot of focus and care into the Shadow and Maria story. A lot of care and a lot of love has gone into telling Shadow's story and giving fans the best movie version of the character imaginable. This is something, and I don't know actually if all Sonic fans kind of feel this way. I grew up with the series and still to this day love it. Shadow and Maria is one of the most underutilized stories in the entirety of the Sonic series. I am so glad to hear that they're not only going to seemingly do this piece or do this story justice, but we're going to get a lot of focus, love, and care into it. I think this is amazing. And just from this screenshot that we have over here, I'm already feeling, excuse me if you can hear my notification, I'm already feeling like I can imagine the way that they're going to do it because the Sonic movies have been so good so far. They've been so good. And they have given me every reason to have complete faith into how they're going to go about this. I'm interested to see if they're going to make up a brand new story, if they're going to follow the story as it was, expand on the story, change up a couple things. I don't know how I feel about it being changed, but you know what? As long as it's entertaining, it hits home, and we really do get a lot of focus into Shadow and Maria, I would love that. I've always wanted to see an old series on Shadow and Maria personally, but man, this is very exciting. It's not just what I think, though. I wanted to take a look at a couple of top replies over to it from Discussing Films replies, as well as the Explore page. I wanted to take a look at all of that to kind of get a gauge on how people are feeling about this, and it's mostly going to be serious, okay? But I did want to point this one out because the replies are flooded with Sonic fans like this. Shoot that little girl in 4K! Okay, I know it sounds dumb, but it's funny that people are talking about like, oh my god, the crowd's going to go crazy once the little girl gets shot. Because this story is so important to a lot of Sonic fans, people have been like memeing about the idea of just a little girl getting shot and why does everybody want to see it. I find that funny personally, but let's continue on to some actual tweets over here, okay? Mufasa is about to get destroyed in the opening weekend box office figures. I don't know how it's going to do compared to Mufasa, to be honest with you. I don't know. I would imagine they're both going to do well, but so far, Sonic seems to have a lot more traction, to be honest with you. But now, guys, let's continue on over to the next post. And this is what's been shared around all day. You're seeing this, I recorded this yesterday to the day you're seeing it, and this is all I've seen all day. Shadow in Sonic 3 looks badass. Look at this. Dude, I can just imagine the feeling right now. I can just imagine the feeling. His anger, his resentment towards the human race after Maria ends up getting shot. It looks so good. It looks so good. I cannot wait for this movie. The two movies, man, like, I can't tell you how much of my childhood just screamed out when I saw Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles team up like Sonic Heroes style in the theaters because Sonic Heroes was my first video game ever. Loved the series since. Branched out kind of like, I mean, not who I am in the sense where like I want to be like Sonic, but I mean like my love for gaming, my love for these types of stories, man. I felt so much nostalgia for it. And I wish I could bring it up for you, but it would take me forever to find. There was an old TikTok that I saw with like the second Sonic movie when it came out, and it was the song where it's like as it was, and the music gets all dim because like, and it showed like playing Sonic Heroes as a little kid being all happy and then watching it in the movie theaters, and it's like you're an adult now, and it's like crazy to me. It's crazy. Like, I'm so happy that this is a thing, okay? Let's continue on to Eclipse canon. Need them to adapt this moment in all of its glory for real. I hope so too. I hope they don't deviate from the story too much. I'm open to them changing things. I am, but not too much. Not too much. I like if they like put their own little thing here and there, but I still want to have like this badass scene with Shadow. I like the way that they've done it so far. Again, I've had issues with the people in the movie, but so far with the story of Sonic, I cannot wait to see what's coming. Let's continue on to the next reply. I know everyone's joking about wanting to see Maria get shot, but I honestly hope they don't wuss out and change it completely. I'm fine with implying it at worst because you need to do that tragedy to make Shadow's story work, but you can't just have her fly away in a spaceship 4Kids style. Ooh, that's true. That's actually true. No, 4Kids. I'm good, man. I'm good. I liked the Metarex story, but no, don't. Yeah, I don't want any wussing out like 4Kids would do. It made me a little bit worried, to be honest with you. No, I want. Sounds so stupid. I want to see Maria get gunned down. And I want to see Shadow's reaction to it. And I want to be fighting back tears in that theater. That's what I want. But if they're saying that they're going to put a lot of love and care into this, then I actually think that they might. I think that they're going to go through it, okay? I'm glad to hear that. Shadow and Maria's relationship needs to be done right like in the games. To have the audience understand his connection with her and why he chooses the path that he's on. That's very true. That's very true. It's very, very important for the character of Shadow. But this isn't the only thing that we wanted to talk about regarding the Sonic movie today. I'm very excited for this because the Sonic series is going to continue. Culture Crave had this to say, Sonic 3 will introduce a new character at the end of the movie in order to set up a fourth film. It's fun to see the fan debates online about who's going to come next. Now, of course, this could go anywhere. Where my mind's going, if you made me have a hard prediction, my mind would go over to Chaos. I think that's the next story they can introduce, especially after Shadow. It's like they wanted to dive into Sonic Adventure 2 battle, and they can do the first Sonic Adventure. Why not? Chaos story is fantastic. You can include, like, the name's escaping me right now. The orange girl that looks like Knuckles. Why is that name escaping me right now? It's going to bother me to no end. Regardless, the storytelling that you could do with that would be second to none. A lot of people have been talking about Metal Sonic. A lot of people have been talking about Silver. A lot of people have been talking about Amy. I think that if they were teasing a new character joining, like, I don't know if it would be Amy. Like, I feel like that would be the most underwhelming one, but at the end of the day, I still would like to see Amy, you know? It literally could be anybody, but let's see. Let's take a look at a couple replies over here because I didn't want to just say, like, everybody's, like, just dropping their predictions. I'm not going to go through that. Now, this one would honestly make me the most happy, and I am not kidding one little bit. The boys are on their way. Bring the house. Bring Team Chaotic. Team Chaotic. We're detectives. Dude, I need to see this. I need to see this. Something my brother, sister, and I have always laughed at through our childhood is Team Chaotic. It's to the point where if these guys show up, guys, I'm telling you right now, like my parents, or not so much my dad, but my mom loved seeing the Sonic movies in theaters with us because we were so invested in it as children that she enjoyed seeing the same things over and over again. I'm telling you right now, if we see these guys in the theaters, my mom will get up and be happy about it. My mom will have a giant smile on her face. These people are so important to us. Vector, Espio, and Charmy, bring them on. I want to see it more than Chaos, Amy, Metal Sonic. I want to see them more than anybody, and I am not joking one little bit. Not joking, okay? I understand for the vast majority of Sonic fans, and it's probably not going to come because realistically, who else has Team Chaotic special to their hearts besides, like, My Little Family? But that would be really, really cool. And there's another tweet over here. Who will be the new character? You have Metal Sonic. You have, oh my god, something that actually never occurred to me is adding Sonic Riders to the mix. I don't know who this is. Who's this? Who the heck is this? I have not played I've been very behind on my Sonic games, but I grew up with the series. I watched the shows, okay? I don't know who that is. Might make me sound really stupid, but dude. Okay. Tell me if you agree or disagree with me. I would imagine you're going to disagree with me. I'd rather see Jet and the storyline with the Babylonian people than I would with Silver and Metal Sonic. I would love it all, don't get me wrong. I would love it all. I'd be happy with no matter what. I would prefer to see Jet and the Sonic Riders crew. I would love to see that. Super, super cool. Like, they could just keep these movies going. They could just keep these movies going. And the reason that I wanted to include this one, I know it's cut up, but most people seem to want to see Silver, and that might be the direction that they're going because of that. I know Silver has a huge fan base. I think the next best step would be Chaos. I think that's the next big story that you should tackle before continuing on with the series. But there is another tweet that we want to take a look at. Here's the real deal for you guys. The multiverse is in danger. Ugly Sonic, let's go. We got to bring him in. Woo! Ugly Sonic. Could you just imagine if they ever, like, I know they never will, but could you just imagine they drop in and you get something like that? I love the fact that you have so many different Sonic fans legitimately, like, getting hyped for this, debating on what's going to come, caring about Shadow's story, and I love that we're also seeing the jokes. Like, I just love this environment that this movie's bringing. You have all the seriousness with the, yeah, let's go, gun that little girl. Let's, you know, I love it. But while the story of Shadow and Maria is very heartbreaking, it's going to make me fight back tears in the theaters. I'm convinced, and I have complete faith in the studio that they're going to do this movie justice. You know what else was sad? Cyberpunk Edgerunners. If you guys are interested in a review for that, you can check that video out right here. If not, YouTube thinks you'll like this video the best if you want to keep watching the channel. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Take care.